Hello and welcome to my TED Talk. Today I'm going to be talking about the game Pokemon Go and how it came to be the topic of my Genius Hour. Now, I'll admit, when I was first thinking of a topic to do, I wanted something that would help me in my teaching career. I thought, wow, what a great opportunity to expand my horizons as a teacher. However, while brainstorming ideas, that idea plummeted. I wanted something that would help me get my mind off of the stress of school and improve my everyday life instead. How can Pokemon Go have improved my everyday life? Good question. It sounds silly, honestly, but this game has changed my life in a number of ways. I'll begin by talking to you about something a little bit more personal my family. I have always felt like an outcast in my family, seeing how both my brother and sister are those Comic Con nerds that you'll see playing games and dressing up. I used to sit on my high horse, being the youngest and all, and think that it would be best not to hang out with those weirdos. The older I got, however, I realized that I was just making societal judgments and that it was lonely on the outside. I didn't even know anything about Comic Con. How could I judge it? Pokemon Go was where I was willing to start my trek into their world. Even just playing and talking about it has brought us all closer together. Now that you know the motivational piece that drove my choice to playing Pokemon Go as my Genius Hour, I will tell you what I researched. So, my Genius Hour started by getting the game and then doing a whole bunch of research online. I wanted to know how to play. Sure enough, I found out that the game was way more than just throwing a ball at Pokemon. There are so many elements that intertwine in the game, like raids, battles, trading, friendship, walking, evolving, hatching eggs, and so much more. The research I found turned the aimless game into a strategic virtual reality that I could escape to when school became too much. What really had me involved in Pokemon reality was going on the walks. Most of the time, I was trying to walk places in order to hatch or catch Pokemon, and the farther you walked, the more rare Pokemon you could get. So I would find myself in the most beautiful, peaceful forests. I would look up from my phone after catching a Pikachu and just breathe in a big, confident breath of fresh air. This game was improving my mental health right before my eyes. I was getting exercise and learning how to relax while trying to constantly improve not only my Pokemon trainer's credibility but my own as well. I was always calm after taking a Pokemon walk, and I was always ready to work when I got home. My social skills have also improved greatly. Playing with my family and friends, I was able to learn how to work together in order to better ourselves as Pokemon trainers. It would also give us the opportunity to get together and hang out. We would all be able to hang out in harmony with knowing that we're all just taking a break and that we're working towards the same goal in that moment. It's pretty powerful stuff. The social aspect, the complexity of the game, and the improvement of my mental health are all really great elements of the game. Near the end of my Genius Hour research, I found myself thinking, what next? How can I take the research that I did and apply it? Sure enough, I came up with a brilliant idea. Well, at least I think it's a brilliant idea. Thinking back to how I wanted it to be useful for teaching, I thought that I will take the elements of the game and I'll change the main focus from catching Pokemon to catching something else. Let's say catching Canadian historians, catching real animals where the most rare ones are the ones going extinct, catching elements on the periodic table, and then the evolution would be molecules. Anything in order to make the game educational. I could take the idea of Pokemon Go and make it into an educational game where my students would need to read clues, work together in groups, and write down answers in order to get evolutions, in order to get somewhere in the game, like a big educational scavenger hunt. Now, I know what you're thinking. That is a lot of work, but after experiencing the benefits of the game, I know how great it can be for my students to use when using it educationally. And teaching is always work, so what's a little more? The benefits of Pokemon Go are ample. It has changed my life, so much so to even have bought my stuffy friends. And it will change the education for my students. And I'm sure if you give it a try, it will impact you as well.